Hello. Dimitri
Jane
Hall.
wasn't so much looking for love as she was looking for a big, fat wallet.
Love can empower a woman, but not as much as hate.
You're a bastard! I'll show you!
The match between Tom Cressman and Jane Andrews was made somewhere other than heaven.
Buckingham Palace, home to Britain's kings and queens. Only a few privileged outsiders get to know life inside these hallowed halls. Working-class girl Jane Andrews will be one of the lucky ones. In 1988, the shop assistant answers an intriguing ad in a magazine.
But it's got to be someone wealthy. I mean, it's not just anyone that puts an ad in the Lady, is it? I'm going to go for it.
Working for the Queen's daughter-in-law, the Duchess of York, Sarah Ferguson.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Dimitri Horn.
Jane Andrews.
Lovely to meet you.
Jane wasn't so much looking for love as she was looking for financial security, a big, fat wallet.
It's been great, really it has. But this just isn't working out. When we get back to England, let's just go our own separate ways, yes?
Are you leaving me? Can't leave
Being
me,
dumped
bastard.
by her lover brings out the worst in Jane.
You're a bastard! I'll show you!
She no longer acts like a lady.
If a guy comes home and finds that his suits and shirts have all been slashed to pieces, I'd head for the airport.
Well, this is Jane Andrews. Jane, meet Tom.
Desperate not to lose her entry into high society, Jane soon finds a replacement, Tom Cressman. He comes from a rich family and is a successful businessman in his own right.
The match between Tom Cressman and Jane Andrews was made somewhere other than heaven.
And here I am.
Tell more.
No, you tell more. Tell me more about the cars.
Any man that got involved in a relationship with her would either be very brave or he's got a death wish.
(1990s), London, England. Jane Andrews not only walks the corridors of Buckingham Palace, but has a wealthy high society boyfriend.
Sarah Ferguson probably thought that Jane Andrews was getting a little bit above herself, and it became a convenient excuse for her to cite money troubles to let this woman go.
Her rags to royalty story is over. Jane is back at the shop front.
I love
Now her only hope of keeping up appearances is Tom.
Tom Cressman is her way out, her meal ticket.
So I love you too.
That's it. Is that all I get?
From the Hulk?
He wrote a letter. I do love you, but you're a bit too intense. I need time, I need space, I need to think about it. I'm not ready to make a commitment to you.
The moment it became apparent that he wouldn't marry her, Mr. Cressman was fair game.
She came into the room.
I think Jane had Tom in the head first because she wanted to make sure he could not fight back.
She took an 8-inch kitchen knife and stabbed him through the chest, and it hit the left ventricle, which caused massive internal bleeding. He basically bled to death.
Jane may have thought of killing Tom before this horrible night, but it really came into focus for her when he completely rejected her. At least that's what she felt. And she ended the pain, and she made him pay.
Jane flees and sends bizarre text messages to her rich and royal friends.
Sends text to various people, including the Duchess of York, stating that Tom had been murdered by somebody else, and she was surprised by it all. Now, you know, that's her first reaction. That shows a very manipulative and calculating person.
Jane's defense is that she's the victim. Tom attacked her.
I mean, the evidence was overwhelming, and the jury clearly believed the prosecution's story because we had amassed so much evidence.
In 2001, Jane is sentenced to life in prison.
If she had shown remorse at the earliest opportunity, had admitted her guilt, she probably would look at manslaughter and probably got 5 or 6 years.
I don't think Jane is a born killer. I think there was a sequence of events in her life that led her to staying in a bad relationship and then ending that relationship badly.